starting. How to start your seat. There are a lot of ways for us to start our seat. Whose is this? Mine. Okay, I'm going to borrow it for a second. There's lots of ways we can start.
No, yes, involved in this, but that's the way we started the Oh, we started it. Yeah.
Cynthia o Rosa, ¿me traen el tape, por favor?
And basically, like, you know, increasing we do provide being a separate coalition. A lot of it's driven by the SU. Which I don't know if you know any of these people. I do know. Some of them, but in particular, it was Carol Lee and Tran that were leading it because Tran wanted.
Okay, there are a lot of ways that we can use our household throwaways from our house to make into pots. Something like this, I can recycle it into a pot. What I need to do is I need to poke a few holes on the bottom of this, put the soil to about maybe ½ an inch to the top, put your soil in, and pop your seed in. Okay? You can also, I know Easter is coming, so you can also use empty eggshells.
How cute!
Oh yeah. The only thing is that there's these were given to me, so if you guys want to use this, that's fine, but I recommend you guys wash it out because there's like yucky. Okay? Hi. So you guys can use these. The wash basin is over there in case you want to wash out the eggs.
That's cute. So that doesn't need drainage, the eggshell?
Not the eggshell because
it permeates.
It permeates.
If you do keep them longer, sometimes I'll give out presents and little like plants in the eggshell. I'll get a little like pin and make like 3 holes, and then they can kind of keep it longer, like at their desk.
I see. Okay. All right. I don't like plastic. I don't like to buy stuff. Like I said, I'll teach you guys how to not buy stuff. But if you go to 99-cent store and you see 10 of these for 99 cents, why not? That's a steal. So you can also start them in these, or start them in some smaller ones like this. Okay. But today, I'm going to teach you how to recycle your newspaper. Why not? There's an abundance of this going to the trash. Oh, what a nice picture. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read the scores. And I'm going to take the inside out. So 1 full piece of newspaper. Okay. I'm going to cut this, I'm going to fold it in half. Watch me, because this is what you guys are going to do. Okay, so I half a newspaper. I'm going to cut it in half again. Okay. Now, I'm going to recycle these. Okay. I'm going to roll the newspaper around the bottle like this. Here's the opening of the fold right here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure there's about 2 inches from where the bottle is to the tip of the newspaper. And then where the fold is, I'm going to fold that in first. Down, down, down. And then if somebody can cut me a piece of... Oh, you got your hands full. Somebody that doesn't have their hands full. You want to join us?
Well, I have something else I would like to...
Well, come and join us. No worries. Do you have 15, 20 minutes?
Not really.
Okay.
I have my own mission.
That's okay.
I'm making people aware of what's happening here a week from today.
Okay.
At the Audubon Center. Are you aware of this?
Do you mind leaving us some flyers so I can get these guys out of here?
I will leave you some
Oh,
cards.
please, right there on the table. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
A week from today. Free of charge.
Oh,
and there's
God.
a whole program for the whole rest of the month into May.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good Saturday. My little piece of paper. I'm not going to waste a lot of tape. I'm just going to put this on the bottom like this. And
See, you
a
just use it for a
pot.
mold.
For a mold?
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
yes,
yours
yes,
is
yes.
just a mold, not a mold like this.
Exactly. So the next thing I'm going to do, what type of medium should we use to start seeds? You can use what they call a soilless medium. You can purchase that at the store. Or you can use compost, which is already high in nutrients and high in fertility. This compost is made out of the food scraps and the browns. You guys will learn that during our compost class from Whole Foods. This bag right here will cost you $3.99. Okay, it's not too bad. At Whole Foods? At Whole Foods. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Okay. I like to start my seeds in very fertile stuff. So I bought you guys this. Okay. So this is made out of fruits, vegetables, and some leaf litter or bark. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do, can you see, Mama? Okay. I'm going to fill it up.
Should we need to tape it on the side, Millie?
You could. You don't have to, but you could. Fill it up. Okay. I'm going to do this. Make sure the soil settles inside the pot. Okay. That can be a little too much. Okay. Give it a little push down. Okay. Be sure that you have about ½ an inch from where the soil is to the top of the rim. About ½ an inch.
You didn't press much down.
No, I didn't press much down. So let's talk about seeds. When you become an expert gardener or a more avid gardener, you'll realize that certain seeds do not sprout in certain seasons. Why? Because there are certain seeds that grow better in certain seasons than there's not. So right now, I recommend you guys start your seeds with tomatoes, peppers, melons, pumpkins, squashes, eggplants, summer crops. Because of the heat, they love that. They love the heat. Okay?
How about sunflower?
Sunflowers, fava beans. Okay. There are different sizes of seeds. What is this? Does anybody know? Fava bean. Indigo, where's your fava? The bean that you had earlier.
The green
The
one.
green one.
And it's got from the plant.
Okay, that's what this is. That's when they get that big. They get that big. Okay? So there's different sizes of seeds. Okay? When your seed is manageable with your hand without you losing them, I recommend you sow them or plant them directly in the soil where they're going to grow forever or grow for the rest of their life.
So not necessarily in one of those little guys.
You can,
Yeah, but not.
but I recommend you grow it directly in the
Right,
soil.
okay.
Alrighty. These, my friends, are what I consider not manageable.
Fly.
Where the This is lettuce.
Oh, really? Wow.
Lettuce seeds.
Lettuce.
Lettuce. Look at how tiny they are. I can't, with one pinch, I get probably 10. Okay. These are the seeds. These lettuces are very tender. So the more tender they are, guess who's going to want to munch on them?
Birds.
The birds, the insects, and so on. So I recommend you start these little guys in this. Today. Yay, right? So you're going to do this. You're going to sprinkle a few seeds, okay? Just a few. I'd probably put about 5 in there. Okay?
Wow.
About 5. Not yet, Indigo. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of soil and sprinkle it on top, just to cover the soil. Okay? Think about it this way. The seed is a dormant embryo, so it's a dormant baby. And as soon as you cover it with soil, as I tell the children, a warm blanket of soil, and then you add a little bit of water, what happens to us when they sprinkle a little water when we're asleep? We wake up. We wake up. So that's the same reaction the seed has. It wakes up and it starts putting out its roots. So I tell the kids, put your legs out, their roots, and then they start, and then they start putting out their little shoot, and so on. Okay? Now, let's say you cannot maintain, pronounce your name again? Kalian asked me, well, when is a good time for me to plant my seed? And I said, well, give it my transplants, my seed, I said, give it a week and a half or 2 weeks. So, but he wants to plant his seeds now. So he could plant this seed now in this, just to start them, just so you can get a head start, instead of waiting 2 weeks. What's the proper way to transplant or plant these seeds, the ones that are bigger? Always a good rule of thumb, 3 times the depth of its own size.
That's how far down you have to plant
That's
them?
how far down you should plant them. Good rule of thumb.
Okay.
Good rule of thumb.
That's why those tiny seeds, you just sprinkle soil on top of it?
Exactly.
And for the fava bean, because I'm interested in the productivity of plants, because either you get too much or not enough. So like this, how many plants per family? Or
I would do 5 plants, and this is how far much of space.
So they take up a lot of real estate.
They do.
Okay.
But the benefits of legumes is that it's going to naturally fix nitrogen into your soil. So you notice the fava beans are on the north side, because guess what I'm going to plant on the north side? Tomatoes that extract a lot of the nitrogen from the soil.
Oh, I see.
So I planned in the fall and winter to make sure that I naturally plant something that's going to fix nitrogen in it, so that when I take the plant out, the nitrogen's already in the soil, so that way I don't have to add too much money from my pocket to pay compost or make compost. It naturally fixes the nitrogen.
So this is an autumn crop.
This is an autumn crop. You can still grow it in the spring, but know that it's going to take a while. All right. Okay. Seeds germinate between 65 and 75 degrees. So for spring and summer crops, that's the temperature you want to wait till. So will I plant my tomatoes, my seed tomato plants in January? No, because in January we had 50 degrees, 40 degrees weather. It's too cold. So a lot of times what happens is those plants go into shock, they get diseases, and it won't produce very healthy crops for you. Okay. Are you guys ready? Yes. Okay, so you guys have the empty containers. For those of you that want to use the eggs, you guys can. I just recommend you guys wash them out, because I'm not sure what's in them. Here's the newspaper. Some of you gu's, where's the tapes? Okay. I'm going to ask you guys to share the tape, or some of you guys put the little pieces of tapes down, like this. Take a few. Everybody take a few. And I want you guys to make 5 around the table, so that way we can share. Okay? Do this, and go ahead and make 3 pots. So go ahead. Here's the soil. I'm going to give you guys some seeds right here. I'm going to open up these seeds for you guys. I also want you guys to use the labels. I'm going to put the labels down. Here are the labels, because 6 months from now, you guys are going to call me and ask me what kind of corn was that. I'm not going to be able to know. Okay? So write down corn on one end and the variety on the other.